And that, my friends, is my worst enemy, Launch Octopus. I have so many bad memories of this guy. I absolutely hated him. And the thing is, he's weak to one of what I personally think is one of the most useless power-ups that you get from the bosses. Whoops. And we will not be fighting him until last. He will be one of the last bosses we fight. The one that we get the ability from that will actually be super effective against Launch Octopus. I personally think that it's actually better if you use the Buster on Launch Octopus, just because you have a lot more ability, more variety. I'll show that off later. You do get a chance to fight the bosses again, so I will use that to my advantage and show off just exactly what happens on the other side of the spectrum with these guys. Here we have our first mini-boss. Some stages have mini-bosses, some don't. This one has 4 mini-bosses, I believe. Or 5 if you count one other guy. And that's another thing about this stage. It's incredible. This stage is just about as difficult as the boss himself is. So you have these little piranhas that like to suck you into their bellies and eat you. But easy enough, you can just shoot yourself out. However, this mini-boss is a pain in the butt, because now you have to deal with spikes, and he's also trying to suck you under. And it's a good idea to take out the eyes. I probably should have demonstrated that. I'll probably demonstrate it later or something in a little add-in after this. Whoa. Oh, thank goodness. And apparently got crap rewards from that guy. Oh well. This stage does not have a lot to offer in the way of power-ups, however. It only has a heart tank, so. Had a lot of potential for other stuff, though, because you got so much more ability to jump around in the water, as you guys can see. And I can jump about 3 times as high as I normally could. And this is technically, I guess you could call him the 3rd mini-boss, even though he's not really what I would consider a mini-boss. However, it is best to kill him, because otherwise you will miss the heart tank. So this guy destroys that floor there and gives you access to this little chamber down here. And then we meet the 4th sub-boss, which is kind of a really retarded guardian, because all he does is swim around. He doesn't have any special attacks. He's just an insignificant snake. An insignificant sea serpent, so whoopee. However, he can be annoying at times. You probably won't see it with this guy, because this guy is rather easy to take out. Whoa. Okay, hopefully that tail drops some good stuff and that yes! Ah, perfect. So we got a little bit of an addition to our 2nd sub-tank, so. And here is the 3rd heart container that we've gotten. 3rd, right? Yeah, it's the 3rd one we've gotten. 4th one we've come across. We didn't actually see the 1st one that was in Chill Penguin's level, as I said before. I'm repeating myself, that's not a good thing. But, yeah. So, once again, here's the sea serpent. Whoa. Okay. So once again, these guys are rather simple, rather easy to beat. But again, this boss is really annoying. And usually I get hurt by these guys, so it's kind of sad that I actually get hurt by them, but, you know, stuff happens. Either we got a 1-up or our 2nd sub-tank is full. I'm gonna go with we got a 1-up. I'm gonna take out this piranha guy first, just so I don't have to deal with him. And there's also one here at the entrance to the boss area. So now I can show off my very hated foe. And he even gives us a little challenge. He's like, you're going down. I don't think so. And this is the only boss that always manages to hit me, no matter what. Just somehow he manages to damage me. Ow. He just fires so many freaking projectiles, and you can't deal a lot of damage to him until immediately right after he does his little tornado impression. Because, like I said, he fires a lot of projectiles at once. And it gets in the way of your X-Buster, so it's kind of annoying. And one thing I've also noticed, I don't think the fully purple charged attack with the upgraded Buster deals quite as much damage as the second charge up does when it's yellow. But again, I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. So. But he didn't give him quite as much trouble this time, so that's good. However, I have gone against this guy with full all of the heart tanks, and I've gotten my ass kicked. So that boss is rather difficult for me, at least. But this time around, not so much. Yeah, fist pump the water, I guess. And this one, I actually went after the boss for the ability that we get, which is the homing torpedo. And that makes the next boss that we're going up against so much easier. Code if you guys want it. But you go up against this guy. Without the homing missile, he's kind of a pain. And this guy has one of the funky names, kind of a heritage from the Mega Man series. Boomer Kawanger. Does fit his style a bit more, but you get some of the guys from the original Mega Man series. It's just like, who am I supposed to go up against? What was that guy's name? But I always did like the music to the stage, so. Now I'm just going to completely ignore the one guy right there and go up and over, because it really doesn't matter. It's more annoying than anything else. Now here we have a tripwire system. Basically you have periods where the lasers turn off, and you have to go over the lasers at that point in time without tripping, and otherwise these little guardian things shoot at you, and they are invincible, so don't even try. And just to spice things up, they add a couple of one-shot guys in there to bother you. Now we have these turtle bombers, I guess. And just to show off how powerful the storm tornado is, there. This ability, meh. I suppose it's okay for this area, but I just dodge around. So, you can use the abilities inside the stages as little or as much as you want. It really doesn't matter. At least not too much. It does help sometimes, but not a lot. So I've gotten a bit more used to using the abilities while I'm actually in the stages. With the exception of the ones that I'm actually using against bosses and stuff, so. So now I get a little vertical climbing segment, and hopefully I can remember what I was going to talk about 10 minutes ago. Probably won't happen, but you know. Sometimes memory serves. Ow. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, a bit more backstory. Darn it. So essentially, our ultimate goal is to destroy Sigma, a Reploid who is trying to kill basically the leader of this group of robots that wants to kill all humans and make Earth into a robot robot universe, basically, or robot world. And our job is Megaman X, because we are a friend of the humans. We say no, we are going to kill you, Sigma. So yeah. And apparently originally Sigma was a hunter himself, which is kind of weird. So I guess he got a virus or something. So yeah, why I'm charging up the ice thing is because you guys saw that heart, right? No, darn it. Ah, nuts. I screwed up. A lot of people think that using the ability that we get from the boss coming up right now is the only way to get this heart tank, but I've seen someone else do it a different way, and I thought I would also show it off with you guys as well. So I have actually managed to pull it off several times. It's kind of annoying though, because you have to be slightly in front of this thing, and then do that. There we go. So yeah, that is the alternative way to getting that one heart tank. Once again, the only upgrade on this level. So you can go back to stages if you want. That is the only way to get the one for Chilpang without actually having to go through the entire process of beating the mammoth guy, which is really annoying. Crap. Yay. I could use that health. Oh, darn it. Getting a little bit of lag here. Oh, perfect. I'll take that. Alright, go up. Go, 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 go. Perfect. Alright. Now we will use the homing torpedo on this guy. On Boomer Kawanger. So I don't entirely know the backstory on why these guys are up against us. I'm thinking it's probably because they are Reploids, at least in this game. So as you can see, we can just run around and fire this thing, and it just homes in on him. Which really does help, because this guy likes to teleport. And it's incredibly annoying. Whoa. So, one more. And that is the end of Boomer Kawanger. Yippee. Whew. I think that's the most talking I've done in a while. That's actually been informative on the game. So this is the ability I was talking about that we can also get the heart tank on this level alternatively. The boomerang cutter is very good for getting items that are out of your reach. So, yeah. And it also makes a very easy job of this boss, which is Sting Chameleon, I believe. And this is another boss that, without the ability, you are going to have a pretty hard time with him. He's not that difficult, but he's pretty annoying, to say the least. You guys probably won't get to see what he does until later on in the game, when we get to see him again, and I do my whole thing of showing off what the alternative attack is. Oh crap. And in this level we get 2 power-ups again. And if you haven't gone against Launch Octopus, then you cannot get this heart tank. But essentially what that did is it raises this water level here so that we can jump extra high. So it's kind of cool. So apparently they did do the water jumping puzzle, just not in the octopus level. So we dash over here and we get a nice little heart tank. Now I like to jump off the side there because it just makes me feel a little bit more secure. And as you can hear, this cave here, let's not go through it yet. because a whole bunch of shifting and stuff occurs. Now here, we get our next capsule, but with a little bit of a trick. We have to fight someone. Now this guy is actually not a Reploid. As you guys can see, he is very easy to deal with. I'm just going to get near him so he can maybe show off one of his other ability. So his other ability is to grab you, and if he misses, he sometimes grabs the wall and he will pull himself to it. Big whoop-de-doo. And he's really not that strong. Unfortunately, you can't see how much health he has, but he does have a kind of an indicator that goes on. So we may be seeing that in a few minutes. This guy has a lot of health though, so I personally like to jump up and hit him a couple times with the tornado. Even though it does make that dinging sound when it's hitting his claws. His claws are invincible, by the way. Kind of his little protection thing. They are actually damaging him. I don't know if this captured it or not, but he did kind of go white. He did kind of blink white at the end of a couple shots ago, which indicates that they're taking damage along with the hit sound that we got there. And now he is smoking. That is basically the health indicator for him. So if he's smoking, you know you got some damage on him, and he starts smoking faster the more damage we put on him. So yeah, this guy is this guy is old. Hi. Oh, by the way, those of you that are curious on what the charged fire wave does, here you go. Yeah, big whoop-de-doo. And this guy is kicking my butt for some reason. It's probably not the right ability to be using against him. I also don't know of any abilities that are incredibly effective against him, but, you know, I could be wrong there as well. I'm just gonna shoot some stuff at him. God, this guy takes way too long. And he is down for the count, finally. And here's our next capsule. What do you have to say to us, Dr. Light Hologram? It contains a new type of body armor. It will reduce damage to your systems by 50%. So yeah, we get body armor. And this is the third best upgrade, counting the cheating upgrade. I will show that off, but So now we take a lot less damage, and everything's cool. Oh, by the way, the capsule disappears if you go beyond a certain distance. It's kind of a drawing thing. And also, you may have noticed that the collapse has stopped. I know there's some other word for it, but that's the first phrase that came to mind, so, you know. The only things that are falling from the roof now are these guys. Okay, ceiling, I know. But just these little stone guys that really aren't much of a threat, especially with my upgraded Zero Buster. Once again, I will explain why it's called that later on. If you want, you can take these guys out. They tend to drop power-ups, stuff like that, just like any other enemy that isn't a boss or anything. Ooh, I'd take that. Thank you. This guy protects a health, kind of. I mean, I'll grab it anyway, but, you know. So I believe we are fully upgraded. Are we? Yeah, we have all the capsules. So we are fully upgraded. We are a fully upgraded Megaman X as far as armaments go. We do not have all the heart tanks, obviously, and we also don't have all the sub-tanks. I'm not exactly sure. I don't remember exactly which sub-tanks we've gotten. We've only gotten 2? Oh yeah. One of them is in the tank mandrill stage, and the other one is in the basically impossible boss. I never considered him a pain in the butt though, because I always used his weakness against him. That was one of the weaknesses I figured out early on, so I never had too much trouble with him. So we got a nice little experience on an armored carrier. Just a punching bag, really. But, you know, he's fun. So now I get to show off how easy this guy is with the boomerang. And if you're good about it, you can actually do it without taking any damage. So, let him do his little thing. So yeah, he disappears. You can guess what happens. Ah, darn it. I screwed up. And I screwed up again. Okay. So you can kind of get into a little system here, if you do it right, which I wasn't, obviously. But if you notice, we have taken only 1 point of damage, according to our health bar so far. So the body armor does help a lot. And as you can see, that fight went very quickly, and that guy is no more. So, easy boss. Easy come, easy go. Easy come, easy go. Little high, little low. The Queen. So yeah, now we have our new ability, Chameleon Sting. Storm Eagle is the one that is weak to this. I personally don't care for it. Once again, I think you're better off with the Buster, but unlike the Fire Wave, it actually does have some use against him. So, you know. So now we will go up against Spark Mandrill finally and show off what happens when you use the Ice Shotgun on him. And as it shows, he is a big mandrill with a beard. Mr. S. Now, look around. Does this look at all familiar? These are plane parts. And this makes the level a whole lot easier. So essentially what happens is, if you didn't go for Storm Eagle first, there would be these, you see these little green things right here? They are conductors essentially, and they produce little electric charges that every few seconds go across the floor as fast as I can dash, if not faster. And they are an incredible pain in the butt to deal with. But unlike now, you can actually see where you're going because you don't have these power outages. Whoops. And now that we have the boomerang, I can get this. That is our third energy tank, or sub-tank. So, you know, all is cool. Whoops. You really can't see where you're going right now. Kind of annoying. But yeah. So this part, no matter what, it always has a power outage. But, you know, what do you expect? It's Spark Mandrill. Of course you'd have something to do with electricity. Ow. But there's also a mini-boss for this level, and that mini-boss becomes insanely much easier when you get rid of the, when you go after Storm Eagle and destroy all the power. Although he can still catch you. So as you can see, he's making little sparks there. What would normally happen is he would be firing electrical charges out of his butt. So we don't have to worry about that now. And we can just deal with him jumping around and shooting little gooey things at us. Oh, darn it. Can I get up, please? Thank you. Whoa. Should be fairly easy to deal with. Hasn't done too much. So yeah, he does become a lot easier. If you don't get stuck in the goose stuff, then he's kind of easy anyway, but the electrical charges do a lot of damage to you. So, you know. Ow. So yeah, if you want, you can use the abilities to your advantage, whatever. Whoops. Sometimes you can get carried away with it, though. Whoa. Okay. So, may as well charge through this. Oh, and another heart tank. So that one's kind of a tricky one to get, but it's not that hard to spot. I mean, if you dash over and it's like, ooh, what's that pink thing up there? So this is actually the first heart tank that you can find if you go directly to Spark Mandrill after Chill Penguin. I believe you dash off at this point right above where this one texture is, right here. But, you know. Easier to see when you don't have the power outages again, but, you know, whatever. So let's see, where is that tornado? Here we go. Thank you. Alright, where is the fire? Shall bring out the flame invested in me. And drop. Aw, you didn't get damaged by that. That's unfortunate. Oh, darn it! He died before I hit him, but it still registered as a hit, so oh well. But yeah, this guy is very weak to this if you do it right. With this guy, it's a little bit trickier, but it's fairly easy to get down. So essentially what you have to do is watch him light up, show off his sparkliness. Light up like a Christmas tree. So essentially what you do is you just freeze him to death. Why ice is so effective against him, I have no idea. And then just to be a good sport, I'll... Whoa. Get him with a nice little bolt. Yeah, he kind of showed off most of his moves there, but I will go against him again, and I'll use the X Buster. So. So we have 3 energy tanks, sub-tanks now, along with 7 of the... Oh crap, I'm sorry. Along with 7 of the 8 heart containers. And what we got was the electric spark or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it's called, so. But here is the final of the 8 bosses that we will fight. Armored Armadillo. He is incredibly difficult if you do not have the ability that you get from Spark Mandrill. And I think I will not go against this guy with the X-Buster completely. Just because he is so difficult without the extra ability. Nice little Easter egg, by the way. Oh, darn it. You may not have seen it, but one of the bats back there was slightly different, and that is a reference to the original model of the game, or to the original Mega Man bat, back when everything was still alive. Now here we have our first mini-boss for this level. These guys actually don't damage you if you're behind them. Well, I mean, they do damage you, but not that much. They're really not much to worry about. However, they do take out very important things, like this stand-up right here. I can't get those, darn it. You little miner guys are so annoying. Thankfully, they don't show up in the second part. But I can't get those 2, health containers. Or HP whatevers. Because he took away this platform. But I figure, not too much of a problem. Enemies like to drop them anyway, so, you know. I feel like I had spaghetti, but I didn't have any, so I don't know. Oh, darn it. I jumped right into that. That was my bad. No. Come on, peek out. Gotcha. Ow, darn it. Goodbye. Thank you for the help. Ooh, thank you very much. Now we can get a little bit spiffy here. Whoa! Whoa. One of the glitches, you just kind of go flying onward anyway. This guy is really necessary to take out because he, well, you'll see in a minute. If I can just get to... There we go. Yeah, if you let him get past you, he will destroy all of this so that you cannot get up here and get this final heart tank. Yeah. Nice. So I do not believe we have... Yeah, we don't have all the abilities. Yeah, the electric spark. That's what that is. So this is what Mr... Whoops. Mr. Bad Guy, Mr. Armored Armadillo is weak against. This one I can kind of understand. Ground is a good conductor for electrical stuffs. Not a bad idea to clear the way because guys like to hurt you. And in this very same spot, if I will definitely show this off. If you happen to have all the abilities and everything, you get a little special something here. Not going to be showing that off though. Not just yet, anyway. I can't because we don't have everything. So now, I think I will go ahead and show you guys a little bit of what it's like to verse Armored Armadillo when he still has his armor on. I mean, he's actually not impossible, but he is incredibly difficult to fight. First off, wow, I actually hit him. Well, first off, he has his armor and stuff, so I'm just going to let him do his thing. Yeah, he can block most of your attacks, and it's kind of annoying. I may actually beat this guy. I remember it being a lot more difficult. Ow. And if you shoot him at all with a charge shot, he lets that out, so it's really painful. So yeah, he likes to deflect your shots. It kind of sucks. But other than that, it's actually not that difficult. I thought it was more difficult than this. Oh well. But yeah, you don't... Yeah, it's lengthy though, because he likes to deflect your shots and stuff. And I really don't get what that little red insignia is on his boob, I guess. All these bosses are fat for some reason. I have incredible boobs. Well, I don't. This guy apparently does, though. I suppose if all I ate were ants all day and I just kind of walked around, then yeah. I guess I'd be kind of fat too, but... But this guy lives in the frickin' underground. I mean, well, it's kind of cold underground sometimes. Not if you're in the tropics, though. And this guy is kind of in the desert, so it's even warmer. But yeah, this guy has no trouble mining, obviously, because he just burrowed a giant hole in the ceiling. Whoa. Okay, apparently this is a lot easier than I thought it was. Lovely. Okay, so that's how you do it. Okay, now he's gonna let out a charge, and ow. He got me with that one. Okay. Yeah, for some reason that only did 1 damage to him, so I don't know what that was all about. Oh well. I don't know. But yeah, he's dead. Okay, so a lot easier than I thought it was going to be, but yeah, if I didn't have any of the power-ups, I'd kind of be dead right now. So, thank goodness for capsules and everything else. And this is also the last of the stage bosses, so we get to move on. And I am going to show you this one to you guys. Now, Rolling Shield is actually the weakness of Launch Octopus, the red guy that actually decided, hey, you know what, you're going to go down. And we didn't.